So we got the Harold and Irene Walton Theater. All right, let's start there. That's was my parents, and they're watching from above right now. They never got to see me perform here. They both grew up over on the lettered streets, went to Bellingham High School, graduated from Bellingham High School. I checked that out. It's true. They did manage to graduate. And so now this is in 1920s, and this place opened in 27, and they came for the first opening, and then they came back when Dad could get some money in his pocket and dated my mother, and they finally got married, and they came here their whole life, and so that's why it's named that. And I have a picture of my mother I found. I couldn't find a picture of my dad, but I got one of my mother. And now, do you notice a family resemblance? Yeah. I mean, there's a little resemblance. So, the number one question I get is, how did you get started in magic? I mean, what got you to do that? And I got some friends here that I went to junior high with, and so they probably are wondering that. I haven't seen them in a long time, but they're here. So how did you get started? Well, I think I thought it took me about 5 years to figure it out. And I was born and raised in Bellingham, lived over in Eldridge Avenue. And the Rainier shows, if you are from Bellingham, you remember that. Rainier shows would come every Memorial Day. And they'd set up shop at Battersby Field, across from Whatcom, it's middle school now. So I'd go there and ride my bike, mow a couple lawns, and get in. But I wasn't interested in the rides. What I was interested in was the carny life, the fire eater, the sword swallower, the tattooed lady, the elephant man. All of that stuff intrigued me. I loved that. So I would go and I'd walk and I'd look at it. Well, one day this guy said, "Hey, kid, come over here." So I did, and he came over and he showed me a couple of tricks, a couple of magic tricks. Now I can't remember to this day what those tricks were, but I think something had to do with a balloon. That's all I can remember. So anyway, I looked at this, found a I got to tell you. So the guy, as I was saying goodbye to him, he said, "Hey kid, my name is Bob, and you can spell that backwards if you want." I thought that was the coolest thing I had ever heard of. I ride my bike home, and I remember that day, and I said, why don't I have a name that you can spell backwards? B-O-B, B-O-B, B-O-B. That was so cool. And so, anyway, with John Walton, you're not going to spell that backwards. Well, maybe with magic. So I worked on that. I want to show it to you. This is my name, spelled backwards, upside down. Now, here's something that you can do with that. My legal signature now is just simply John W. If you get a email from me, I'll end it with John W. And so look at this. If you go John W., and then if you switch it around, you see you get Walton that way. Can you see that? Am I doing it right? Anyway, John W. and then Walton. And so I thought, I got one up on, and this is a picture of the carnival. And I was 10 years old when that happened, and this could have been me. It's not me. But this is what the carnival looked like, back in those days. Some of you people are old enough to remember that. These were the rides, and hot dogs and cotton candy and all that stuff. And I was walking along, and that could have been me right there, but it's not. But anyway, I think I got one up on Bob. What do you think? I got one up on Bob.